Game 4 of the 1993 Conference Finals, the Knicks versus the Bulls. Chicago is down 2-1 in the series. This is a big game, and they know they can count on Michael Jordan. But the Knicks start out with what they do best. Patrick Ewing makes a nice defensive play with the block on Pippen. Then, on the other end, Anthony Mason makes a sweep behind the back pass to Ewing. Michael Jordan's first play of the game was on defense. He plays John Starks tight, and he doesn't even reach half court. He forces a turnover. Then he faces Stark at the far corner. He goes hard right and pulls up right at his grill for a jumper. His first field goal was a great sign for the Bulls. This time, John gambles for the ball and leaves Michael open for a three-pointer. Now, we see some nice teamwork. Horace grabs offensive rebound, Pippen darts the ball to MJ, and he fades away from Ewing for a close-range shot. Here, Jordan trips going left. He gathers, goes right, and pulls up unexpectedly for a tough jumper. Michael's going downhill. That's where he's so dangerous. He sees Starks playing the drive, so he gives him a little hesitation dribble and creates enough space for another mid-range jumper. At this point, the Knicks start to give Starks a little help on defense, so he finds Horace Grant, who is automatic from the mid-range. Here's how you know that he has it going. When he makes shots like these, you're in big trouble. Now, we get to the last play of the first quarter. All eyes are on Michael, and he catches Greg Anthony asleep on the wheel. B.J. Armstrong gets free, while Greg does a horrible job at closing out. The Bulls have it going, but so do the Knicks. John Starks makes one of his 4 3-pointers of the game. At 1, Jordan already has 17 points. In the next quarter, he picks up where he left off. He drives hard to the left, stops on a dime, and pulls up for another tough jumper. Now, he's just showing off his pull-up game. Look at how far Starks is from Michael. He created that much space, and he was able to knock down another 3-pointer. As hot as he is, he's not falling in love with the jump shot. He is willing to take the punishment, and he has more points from the free throw line. This certainly puts the pressure on their defense. That's certainly the case when his teammates are making shots like these. Believe it or not, Scottie did something even more impressive later on. At the half, Michael Jordan has 27 points. The threat for 50 was real. In the third quarter, he almost got to that point. After passing off this shot, the Knicks lose track of the most lethal scorer in NBA history, and he easily makes the worst shot in basketball, according to the nerds. Next possession, he goes for another pull-up jumper. But check this out. He looks away before the shot goes in. He's feeling himself at this point. But it wasn't all offense. He's lurking on defense as he usually does. And this is why he's the greatest shot blocking guard ever. It's plays like these where he blocks a much bigger player from behind. For this next play, we want to pay attention to Scottie Pippen. He creates a great screen. He gets 3 defenders locked up, which allows Jordan to get free and knock down an open jumper. Now this play should be rather easy for Pippen. There is nobody under the basket, and Michael has a small defender on him. Scottie makes a correct read, and Jordan flushes the ball down the toilet. This next play was not as easy. He's giving Starks a series of fakes, and then simply rises up for a 3-pointer as he lands on John's feet. He's probably thinking, what more can I do to stop him? He quickly found out that when he has it going like this, there is nothing you can do. Now, he's on the same spot. It almost looks like the same play. But this time, he goes left, avoids the help defense, and makes his classic fadeaway jumper at the free throw line. At the end of the third quarter, he has 45 points. He scored 18 points in that third period. But it wasn't all him. Scottie Pippen makes his contribution by making a sweet pass to Horace Grant, who slams the ball. But the Knicks would not go away. Patrick Ewing scores 2 of his 24 points here. He had himself a nice game. In the fourth quarter, it was time for MJ to go for the kill. He's at the elbow this time, and he decides to rise up to score a 3-pointer right in the face of John Starks. For his 50th point, he does what he's been doing all game long. Another pull-up jumper from just inside the arc. These are not easy shots to make, folks. To New York's credit, they stick around. Patrick makes a spin move and makes his classic fall-away jumper from the baseline. The Bulls are up by 4, and Scottie Pippen just kills her momentum by making this incredibly tough shot. He only had 4 field goals, but 2 of them were as tough as you can get. In the next possession, Michael seals the game and puts the finishing touches of his iconic performance. He puts the Knicks away with another fantastic move and jumper. The Bulls were able to win this game by 10 points, and they tied the series up at 2 apiece. Now here is his stat line. He recorded 54 points on 60% shooting, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. He also went 6 of 9 from the 3. This was a very efficient game, and he was taking one contested shot after another. Keep in mind that he scored over half of his team's points. Now here is why this is the greatest conference finals performance. This is the highest scoring total in a conference finals game ever. This is only the second time that a player has scored over 50 points. This was a classic Michael Jordan performance. In the previous game, he had the worst shooting game of his playoff career. He went 3 of 18 from the field, which is 17%. Only he could respond by scoring 54 points on 60% shooting. This was against the best defensive team in the league, but there was nothing they could do to stop him that night. Now, he didn't say anything to reporters afterwards. He was on strike with the media after all the attention he was receiving from gambling in Atlantic City. But everyone else was marveling at the degree of difficulty of nearly all the shots that he was making. That's what makes his performance so historic. 32 years later, and we still haven't seen anything like it since. If you remember watching this game, or if there's any other detail that you found interesting, let me know in the comments. Till next time.